Father, we thank you for this day, and we thank you for the opportunity to be here. We ask that your hand be upon those who are sick and who can't be here, and those who are suffering. We ask that you bless the people of this county and bless the people who represent them. We ask that we always do our best for your interests. We ask in your name. Amen.
Appreciate that. If you need a freedom of information, I can provide that.
First thing you see, accept the minutes of the last court meeting. Second. All in favor? Yes. Appointed board member, Chamber of Citizens, I think we have 2 appointments on that. I'd like to recommend Bruce Young. Motion. Second. All in favor? Yes. Appointed board members, County Extension Office. Josh, what did you tell me? L.T. Priest to a 2nd term, and Jeanette Jude to replace Greg Preston, which Greg has served his 2 terms out. They can only serve 2 terms at a time. Motion?
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Yes.
Approved to appoint Arnold Turner to the Big Sandy Regional Industrial Authority of Floyd County. I think we just got approved those. We have nothing to do who it is. Motion to approve it.
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Yes.
Clerk's budget and quarter report. Motion to approve.
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Yes.
Sheriff's budget has 1 question on it. John, is $75,000 higher than it was last year, and that's due to what now?
Well, that would be a Regina question, but I think it's something to do with where we hired like court security officers. And
That's kind of what we thought.
basically what we do, we get reimbursed for that. We get
Yeah.
reimbursed $9 an hour. You know, we, on the full-time ones, we do have to pay fringe benefits on it. I believe Regina said that comes to about $2,000 a year, you know, per employee. But, you know, it's basically what it boils down to is we have security now in the courthouse like all the other courthouses do have. We never had that before.
Motion to approve budget.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Number 8 is a memorandum of understanding that we've already done. It was just an amendment of a Coles resolution. That is Lee is not here. Do we know what that is, Lynette?
I thought it was for the equipment in his office.
You have that? Or did you give it to me?
I gave it to you, they made copies.
Eric's 911.
A resolution of the County of Martin authorizing the judge to make application for and upon approval to enter into agreement with Kentucky Office of Homeland Security to execute any documents which are deemed necessary by Coles to facilitate the administrative project and act as authorized correspondent for this project. This resolution also establishes procurement policy for any Coles-approved project for the FY 2017 application cycle. Whereas Martin County desires to make an application for the United States Department of Homeland Security of Kentucky funds for a project to be administered by the Kentucky Homeland Security. Whereas to recognize that application for and approval of Kentucky Homeland Security funds impose certain obligations and responsibilities upon the county. Therefore, be it resolved 26th day of January 2017 by Martin County, the judge executive is hereby authorized to execute and furnish all required documentation, including memorandum agreement, as may be required by code for the furtherance of the above reference project and act as authorized correspondent for said project. For the purpose of any code fund project using FY 2017 funds, the county will use the provision KRS 45A for the purchase of equipment and services. For any equipment and services under $20,000, there should be 3 quotes to be obtained. For any equipment service that exceeds $20,000, provision 45A will apply. Done this 26th day, January. Motion.
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Yes.
Eric,
Yes.
is here. 911 dispatcher discipline form. Do they have that?
Yeah.
They do. It looks like this.
And you just need it approved by the court, you all seen it?
Yeah.
It's approved.
I make a motion to approve.
Got a motion, got a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Resolution to remove the county road from the system. You say you wanted that taken off, or?
No,
No,
we
in fact.
had some we were going to add, but we have to do some more work on it.
So, as I understand, Eric has done a lot of work on this to get these done. There are several roads, I think there are what,
15.
15 in the system. And these will be removed for various reasons.
They no longer meet the criteria to be county road.
So what we need to do?
So Eric has provided each of you, it's the big substantial portion to your packet, a resolution for each road that we're going to be taking out because it no longer meets the criteria. We're going to do them individually this time. Eric, I'm going to ask you like a few questions, and I'm going to ask you about all the roads. Do you want to start with, mine are alphabetized, I assume everyone else's is, with 8 Cabin Court. Is that what you start with?
Yeah, that's mine, but that's mine.
That's mine.
I don't think we have that.
Kevin's right.
Now, maybe
This
this
will
will
be the first page.
Okay, so you're going to do each one of these individually. Huh?
Why can't we do them all, do all that in the pack? Why can't we do them?
Oh, wait, no. Don't make me.
Oh, Judge, I got to.
You got a question about your budget?
Well, you already proved it, you said ask it then.
No more money.
I'm going, what I'll do, instead of reading each resolution separately, I'll read the first resolution, and then we will ask him specifically about it. Okay? So is that okay if I read the
That'd
resolution?
be much better.
Okay. This is a resolution, Jeanette, I didn't number it, so you'll have to fix it for me, please. Whereas Martin County E911 Mapping Office, under the direction of the Martin County Fiscal Court, is responsible for completing the process of discontinuance of any roads from the county system in Martin County, Kentucky, and whereas a list of which is attached hereto as Appendix A, no longer meet criteria being in the road system as determined by the Martin County E911 Mapping Office, Martin County Fiscal Court, Kentucky 911 Services Board, and Big Sandy Area Development District. The Martin County E911 Mapping Office, upon approval of the Martin County Fiscal Court, has successfully completed all procedures related to the discontinuance of said roads from the county system as defined by KRS 178.070 of the Kentucky Revised Statutes. Now, in regards to 8 Cabin Fork, and I'm going to ask you these specific questions, and then we'll go through each road. Was a petition filed on this road to have it discontinued from the county road system?
Petition, the later than I had to do, yes,
And that was presented at a previous court meeting?
yes,
And was it advertised for the statutory period of at least 2 weeks?
yes,
And was notice posted near the road and near the courthouse, and on the courthouse door?
yes,
Were there viewers, 2 independent viewers, and the road foreman viewed the road?
yes,
Was a written report made?
yes,
And was the recommendation to have it removed from the system?
yes,
And is this in the best interest of the county?
yes.
Is there anyone present regarding the 8 Cabin Fork Road here tonight? And I guess we'll, Judge, will you accept motions to discontinue this road?
All one at a time.
One at a time, we'll say each road.
Motion for the
8 Cabin Fork.
Dave Kevin.
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Yes.
Eric, were the provisions, the statutory requirements met for Bailey Road
Yes,
and to be removed from the system?
yes.
Is there anyone here who objects to this road being removed? We have a motion?
Motion.
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Yes.
Each, they're attached. It's on, do you want me
Which one, Victor?
to?
I was
Victor
just
would
saying
like the
there's
specific reason for
There's a
the.
reasoning behind it, I just wondered.
I'll do that. So on Big Elk Church Road, the criteria that only one addressable structure and the road can easily be maintained, can easily be accessed from the main road regarding Big Elk Church Road. The requirements were met. Is there anyone here present who objects?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Big up.
Yes.
Big up.
Church.
Next in my packet is Dean Castle Branch.
Yes,
Were all the criteria met for this road
yes,
to be removed from the system? And the reason it was removed is because it has only one addressable structure and it can be easily accessed from the main road.
Motion.
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Yes.
Next is Everett Kirk Place. This has no addressable structures. It does have one.
No, that's on the, no, no. This one is,
okay, yes.
it's been abandoned on the left.
Left side.
So
It
I'll
was
make that
4
motion.
inches toward it.
I'll make that motion.
And is there anyone here
I was
who
thinking,
objects?
I was thinking the wrong one. Yeah.
Got a motion, got a second.
Second.
All in favor?
On Golden Road, there are no addressable structures. Were all the requirements met for this road?
Yes.
And that's over on Spring Bridge, Joe?
No.
Mile. Did it on my mile? Did it on my
It's right by Pack Bottom Church.
Up on the hill above that long church.
All the, yeah.
I'll make a motion.
Got a motion, got a second. All in favor?
No one objects. Next one is Holly Bush Road. There is no addressable structures on this road. Did it meet criteria to be removed?
Yeah, the road doesn't exist.
Okay.
Holly Bush is up, no, Holly Bush is up, little backlog. The state bought all the structures out and there's nothing there no more.
Is there anyone who rejects?
Motion.
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Yes.
McGinnis Branch, there has been reverted back to a private driveway. Did it meet the criteria to be removed from the system?
Yeah.
Does anyone here object?
Motion.
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Next is Montgomery Lane. There are no addressable structures on this road. Did it meet criteria to be removed, Eric?
Yes.
Is anyone here who objects?
Motion.
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Next, I have Mount Sterling Road, and there are no addressable structures on this road. Have the criteria been met for removal, Eric?
Yes.
Is anyone here to object?
I'll make that motion.
Second. Second. All in favor?
Yes.
Next, we have Paul Step Drive. This has only one addressable structure, and the road can be easily accessed from the main road. Did this meet criteria for removal, Eric?
Yes.
And is anyone here to object?
Motion. Second. Second. All in favor?
Yes.
Next, we have Sally Jude Lane. This road has only one addressable structure, and it can be easily accessed from the main road. Did this meet all criteria for removal?
Yes.
Is there anyone here to object?
Motion.
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Next, we have Staten Hollow Road. There are no addressable structures on this road. Did it meet all criteria to be removed from the road system?
Yes.
Is anyone here who objects?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
I have Andy Low
All
Hollow.
in favor?
You left out Andy Lowe,
It was at the very end of my packet.
it was at the very first of mine.
I'm sorry, but I'm glad you brought it to my attention. Andy Hollow Road, and there are no addressable structures on this road. Did it meet all criteria to be removed?
Yes.
Is there anyone here who objects?
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
And gentlemen, Mr. Maynard has also provided in your packet a detailed list of KRS 78, just so you can be aware of what all the work that Eric's done on this. Thank you.
Thanks, Eric. What about Webfield, Eric?
Huh?
Webfield?
Yeah, we bill should be, yes.
I'm not saying it's not in my packet, I just can't find it.
County owns that. We built the place.
Is there,
County owns that.
what does it say?
You
all
still
can
wanna get
take
rid of the
care
road,
that.
or just?
Ain't no road, it's just a little parking lot.
Just flip it to the second
No.
page and just say that it's.
There's no house.
So this one's all right too?
Yeah, there's a house on
No, he ain't.
Where's this at, Eric?
it. But,
Right between Norway Web and Lake Web, that where Jimbo used to live,
Yeah.
it's gone. It's been-
House gone.
They got
We
the
own
sign
that.
right there where Easy used to be.
Yeah, the sign that there is there, the only reason that sign's there before Lake Web died, 10, 12 years before he died, he just wanted to sign it so people would know what it, when it's gonna go there in the Web.
well, that house up that driveway was addressed off Webfield. In our system, it was 47, we were doing one.
There goes back and look, somebody not be there.
I know that, Valley Webb used to own it, and she's been dead for 30 years, and then once Thomas Law moved in, they moved out, and they moved in, and then none of it has got it for sale, but the road I think you're talking about is, it's up the road on the left, not the one on the hill.
It's the one.
You're talking about the one on the hill, right?
Right where the sign's at.
We're signing up on the hill.
Yeah,
It's accessible, it's not the rest of it.
yeah. But it
The rest
was,
was the lane.
that one,
Yeah,
yeah, that one was addressed off.
6-year-old
Webfield
built
Lane.
his house.
I didn't see it in my packet. I'm not saying that it's not in the packet, but I couldn't find it in mine.
I didn't have it in
That's
mind.
fine. If you want to,
I didn't have
we're
it.
talking about Webfield Lane, and on the second page,
Yeah.
you'll have the reason why it was removed.
The reason that the road has only one addressable structure and can easily be addressed from the main
Yeah.
road.
Is that correct?
Anybody here to object to this? Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Thank you.
Petition to advertise Upper Alpha Extension. We have a petition signed, motion to advertise.
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Yes.
Before we go any further, I don't see this on the agenda, but I seen it in my packet. It's this thing that Tina's
We got,
Attorney General,
yes, and I mailed it out to all the magistrates whenever we received this, but I realized, or Mr. Mayor realized that it had not been brought up in court. Whenever we talked about the Attorney General, we sent the question off about whether we can work on nonprofit. And they were pretty cut and dry that we're not to do that.
so you just want to...
I just wanted to put it in the packet so that you all, so it would be available in case anyone had any questions.
And so it'll be made part of the minutes.
It will.
I need you to, Lynette, if you don't care, the lady up here and question us on that in court before, I'd like to see her, if she requested a copy of that, or she didn't believe none of us, I'd like you to mail her a copy of that so she can see that this court knew what we was talking about.
I believe somebody said her name was Blanche Pemberton.
Yes. Would you want to just mail it as part, Jeanette could do it?
I mean, she really wanted a copy, so I wanted to get a copy to show that.
We could probably get the address from the PPO.
Harding, Blaine, Steph, our welder who retired back a little bit ago. I want to recommend put him back as needed, not to exceed 99 hours a month. He's restricted from retirement from doing that. So he'll be classified as a part-time employee at the pay rate, I guess at the highest pay rate we have, which is the operators.
Yeah.
Motion,
Motion.
second.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
We need a bucket, Blaine.
Martin County Bar Association, Melissa Phelps is here, wants the court to pass a resolution. And you want to read it?
I can. I haven't
You
done
may
it, but I
want,
can.
you may want to explain it.
I will. Thank you for letting me come. My name is Melissa Van Phelps. I'm an assistant Commonwealth attorney for Martin, Johnson, and Lawrence counties. I'm a resident of Martin County and I'm a member of the Bar Association. And I'm here on behalf, I guess, of all three entities. We want to ask the Fiscal Court pass a resolution opposing the judicial redistricting plan that's proposed by the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. As most of you are aware, it was in the paper last week. There's a plan that proposes that our judicial circuit be altered and would take Martin County out of the 24th Circuit, which is currently Martin, Johnson, and Lawrence, and put it in the 35th Judicial Circuit with Pike County. Now, what does that mean for us? It means that we would have Pike County judges, Pike County Commonwealth Attorney, all in Pikewood. It means that we probably won't have court here as often as we normally do. If you look over in that annex, every week there's court going on of some sort, whether it be district, family, or circuit court. It also means that for the fiscal court, you're likely to see an increase in incarceration costs because you're not going to have court as frequently and people are not going to have their cases resolved in a timely manner. They're not going to be able to get out of jail. It's going to affect the attorneys in the county because, there are people who are having their cases dealt with by Pike County judges, and Pike County attorneys on the other side are probably going to go to Pike County and hire an attorney instead of somebody from Inez, especially if they're going to have to drive all the way to Pike County for court. And then it's going to affect us all as citizens just because, if we have a civil case or if we're in a family court case, it's going to take us a lot longer to get a resolution. So I'm just asking that we pass this resolution, we take action now because judicial redistricting only happens once about every 50 years. So if this happens, we're going to be stuck here with Pike County for the next 50 years or more. So if I have a resolution type, I can read it, or if you want to read it, or Lynette wants to read it.
No matter,
I'll read it, okay. It's a resolution opposing the judicial redistricting plan proposed by the Chief Justice of the Kentucky Supreme Court. Whereas the Chief Justice of the Kentucky Supreme Court has proposed a judicial redistricting plan to be considered by the Kentucky General Assembly during its 2017 regular session, and whereas Martin County is in the judicial circuit with Johnson County and Lawrence County and has 2 district court judges, 1 circuit court judge, and 1 family court judge, and whereas Martin County is more similarly situated in economic, social, and financial areas to the counties of Johnson and Lawrence, and whereas the Martin County Fiscal Court determines that the criteria used is assessing judicial needs and workload has resulted in an equitable proposed negative impact on dispensation of justice and access to the courts in Martin County. And whereas Martin County geographically abuts Pike County, but traveling from Martin County to Pike County requires traveling through the state of West Virginia on dangerous highways, including Route 52, which is known for being one of the worst highways in that state, as well as traveling through 2 separate judicial districts to arrive in the county seat of Pike County. Now therefore be it resolved by the Fiscal Court of Martin County, Kentucky, Section 1, that the Fiscal Court of Martin County, Kentucky hereby resolves that it opposes the current Kentucky judicial redistricting plan proposed by the Chief Justice of the Kentucky Supreme Court. Should such plan be adopted by the General Assembly, Martin County will be negatively impacted as the plan recommends placing Martin County in the same judicial district as Pike County. This action would be highly detrimental to the welfare of the citizens of Martin County in having their cases dealt with in a timely and expeditious manner. The proposed redistricting for Martin County will increase the county jail population, resulting in increased incarceration costs, and is foreseen as having a negative impact on economic development in the county. In Section 2, that the clerk of the Fiscal Court of Martin County, Kentucky, forward a copy of this resolution to the clerk of the Kentucky Senate, the clerk of the House of Representatives, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and the President of the Senate. Dated and signed.
I'd like to say something now. Well, I'm gonna make a motion that we accept this, but anyhow, the point being is, when they switched us from district to, on the state representative part, as an example, Martin County and Lawrence County will never have a state representative representing them. Because you can put all those counties together, we still can't compete with Pike County. So we'll never have another state representative from our area. And if we do this, we might as well just say, we'll just turn it all over to Pike County. So I make that motion that we accept this.
I got a motion, second by Darrell, all in favor?
Yes.
And I just wanted to let you know
You
that
sign yours. I've got it.
I'd go to face mine, good,
I'm glad I was worried about it. You know what a drive we would have just for court cases, an hour and 45 minutes, y'all.
We don't, I'd rather people face the judge we know than somebody we don't.
Yeah, it's not right.
No, it's not, no.
My brother's attorney at Pike County.
I just want to let the court know the Bar Association, all the attorneys have been actively calling the legislators throughout the state. So we are working hard to fight this, and I encourage you all to do the same, or get your family and friends to call them. And if we make enough noise, maybe it won't go in there.
I do know
Does it
that
help
our
if the public calls
representative,
them?
I'm sorry,
Does it help if the public contacts them?
I think it does.
I
Okay.
don't think we got a problem with the representative, and I don't think we have a problem with the senator, but I haven't talked to him yet, but we have talked to Chris over at court the other day.
Yes. What about petition?
I think just picking up the phone and calling or emailing. I spent a day just emailing, and I got a lot of responses back saying
Yeah, I
they would take a look at it, or they were opposed to it, or sometimes they were even very unaware
I
of
didn't
what it
like
was
the idea
doing.
when I first heard it. It's unfair to us. It's very unfair because we're already struggling.
I think it's coming out of northern Kentucky.
You think
up
so?
there.
Yeah, because see,
So,
I mean, people are having a hard time coming to court here in Martin County. Seriously, there's some people that just don't have the income. It's no joke. Could you imagine somebody waiting for a case that has no money on a fixed income going all the way to Pikeville? That's terrible, I think. And the attorneys, I feel sorry for the attorneys. That's going to be a drive if you hire a local attorney.
And I have compiled a contact list. I can send it to you and the different papers,
Fantastic.
and we can put it on Facebook
Yeah.
so you have phone numbers and
I don't have a
addresses.
problem with doing
When
that.
you get it to me, I'll get it out there.
Okay, thank you. Thank you all.
all right, thank you. We're going to executive session, but I see a few people here that are generally not here. I'm going to give you the opportunity now if you need to address the court for something.
Yes, I do. I
All right,
want.
step up to the plate.
Okay. The reason I'm here, I'm not here to gripe about our taxes, but I'm just going to, our taxes is raised, mine is doubled $119, okay? Well, I've been working on grants. Martin County qualifies for a nonprofit organization. We qualify for about 30 grants so far. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get a drug treatment center and a medical facility combined. Now, what the medical facility would do is a community-based service. Say somebody's on Medicare or Medicaid, and keep in mind this is a nonprofit organization. They don't pay for certain services like maybe an MRI. This entity would pay, make up the difference at Medicaid and Medicare. It's all nonprofit. Now, the drug treatment facility, everybody was complaining about a rehab. It's not a rehab, it's a treatment. It's a totally different thing. The way we want to go about this is, we treat, train, and make them productive. Now, we qualify for about 30 grants here. We've got, and the people that I've got, one is a professor and one is a student. We've been working on this for a year. Now, the problem is we were trying to find a place for these grants. Now, this would benefit Martin County. Employ Martin County people, because we've got a lot of talent here. We've got social workers, we've got phlebotomists, we've got all kinds of people that are sitting here because we don't have jobs. Now, this is where it's coming since we've got this new building, we've got this old courthouse over here. Now, we're going to need a facility to work out of. And what I'm asking the court is, you know, our taxes have raised. And can everybody agree?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But now make it clear that if this court didn't raise taxes,
Well,
the school
well,
board
it's-
raised the
But, well,
taxes.
now listen, I'm not gonna argue over taxes, I'm not here about the taxes.
Well,
I feel as a county, to help the county out to bring revenue and services that we have lost, we're wanting to use the old courthouse. Now, I talked to a Michael, I want to call him Reagan, but it's Radke in Frankfurt. And I told him about our situation here and what we want to do. And he was all for it. He said, I've been through your part of the country. He had pulled up our courthouse because it's a historical document. I mean, a historical monument. All right. He would help us refurbish. We can reuse this courthouse. Now, we've got this nice building here. I was looking at the courthouse. It does, it's run down, and it does make this look better. And I'm asking you all to think this through. This program that that we're working on, and I don't want a job. I'm just trying to get this ready so my grandchildren can have a job. Your grandchildren can have a job. I'm tired of seeing people leave this county because we have no job. Now, this little entity, it can work with Mountain Comp. Will not be an entity of Mountain Comp, but we can work with it. We can work with the schools on education, tutoring, community service, our sheriff's department. We've got grants here that we qualify that we could help our sheriff's department. Hire a couple deputies, paying for community service, which would benefit the county. You guys don't have to take nothing for yard work. Any maintenance or anything, with this grant that we can get, it would pay and help our sheriff's department. The city, we could get our city police back on, because if we open up a 24-hour doctor's office in that little room in case somebody gets sick, instead of going all the way to Christiansburg, they can come here to IMES. Now, we have lost a lot of functions here, fairs, carnivals. This entity will bring revenue into Martin County. So it's a win-win. I mean, and what I'm asking for you all to donate this old building that we will refurbish with the help of the heritage people in Frankfurt. I've got his number here. You can call him. Anything we needed, he would help us. I want to give back to the community, and I think as the courthouse, it's just sitting there, you all. It's rotten. I mean, really, it's rotten. Let us refurbish it. Let us take it. Let us make it work again. I don't think it's bad. Y'all think it's bad?
No, absolutely not.
It's no cost to the taxpayer. It's not going to cost you all nothing, neither taxpayer. This is all grant money, non-profit. Non-profit.
So I don't think that the court would have a big problem with that, but we'd have to get in contact with those folks and.
I'll give you his number, because when I told him that, because the leading death in Martin County, in this area, you know what the leading death in young people are? Drug overdose. And what it is I've got skill, I've been working on this for a year.
That's in every county.
But
Drugs.
I want success rate. We see, Lynette knows, she sees the same people, it's a revolving door. We've got a program to train people that can fix this, and I believe in this. It's to treat, not to dope up, not to give a band-aid. Treat, train, and make them productive. And we can do this through this facility. It's not only here, but it touches this facility here will work with the health department, Mountain Comp, our education. We could train, like we've got a nursing program. They could come here and get their community service out. Not only that, with our sheriff's department, he's got, community service workers? You got an old lady who's a grass mower, and we've got all our stuff done for free. And we pay our sheriff.
Well, before you're doing stuff like that, you better check what this lady out here says about working on people's yards and stuff.
But this is what I'm saying. This is a community-based, non-profit, no cost. What you're talking about aspects, churches do it all the time. Little old lady needs a mow, grass mow, the church helps us. This is
Well, church can do that.
Yeah,
They can do that.
but this is community based, and it's gonna take a community effort. Anybody donate, say somebody donates $100,000, they're gonna get more than half of their money. Well, employ Martin County workers, Martin County construction people, Martin County computer, I mean, we've got a little boy down here who's got a degree in Microsoft. He's sitting there and his talent is wasted because there's no jobs.
What's the name of the nonprofit organization?
That's another thing. This is the city, our city, commissioners, they're behind me 100%. We're trying to get it started. We can't do anything unless we have a place. This is my point. It will take us 3 to 6 months to get this money in, if we get this over here. If you guys okay it and we get this, 3 to 6 months we can have this money. I mean, we've waited, and we've used whole severance tax. We've waited 30 years for something. Let's start now. I mean, right here, the sand check, and we have to account for every dollar, every cent. You have to show receipt. Sand check would be wonderful when we get in there, because what they do is they'll say, well, we'll give you so many thousands of dollars. Well, we see that you need this for your needs, and they'll give us a little more. You get what I'm saying?
What's the name of the nonprofit organization?
Our nonprofit, we have to name it. It's a nonprofit.
But you still have to have a name for it.
501c3 in place and all that?
But see, yeah, this is what I'm saying. We've already got our board members. We have to have a show. We cannot get these grants unless we have a show and a place to go. We've looked at the high school. We've looked at abandoned houses. It's not going to work. This right here, we can do it. Once we get it here, and we will present it with the name and our board. But all I'm asking is that the county give.
Well, I ain't against it myself, but looks to me like we're gonna, like Kelly said, we're gonna have to wait and see what we can and can't do.
Yeah, well, you know.
We just can't sit here and say, yeah, you take it.
Oh, I know. I just want you to think about it.
Stuff out,
I want you all to think about it, and I'll give
get
you,
in trouble.
you know, what I'll do is I'll give you this guy's number. He said he didn't have a problem with it. He said, matter of fact, to refurbish and reuse an old building.
Cause you
He
know, if
said
anybody
the
in
codes
this
and
county
stuff
for
would be a lot
jobs,
easier due to it being open.
So you got his number, you can give me.
Yes, I have, right here, about 2 there.
we could talk to another area, he might have got more money.
Oh, listen, it's, his name is, now, I don't know, it's Mike Radke, R-A-D-E-K-E. His number is 502 564 7005.
That's not good cousin.
Oh, really?
Let me see that.
It's from the state preservation. Oh, like Radke, would you say Radke? I won't say Radke, it's Radke. I appreciate that. But what it is, we'll get our name, and I've got the city, you know, like I said, I've talked to the city about it, and they're behind me, you know, on this. And I think it would be good for the county. If everything, just keep in mind, no cost to the county. We get our little courthouse looking good. I mean, it's a win-win.
Sounds like it.
Well, and even the carnival, the professor that's working on this, we haven't had a carnival in years, community-based. Through that entity, we can bring carnival, we bring entertainment, it's community-based, which when you do that, you bring in vendors, and the county will make money.
You do that now, if you give one of the money to the point departments or something like that, it's not profit, you can still have your carnivals.
Well, what I'm saying is this outlet, this makes money. This is the bigger picture. Then when we get several, we can extend. We can do a little more. And they will pay county tax. I mean, their paydays, everybody's gonna make money. Plus, we're gonna have a better looking building.
Can I go now?
Yes.
No, well, yeah, so still.
So,
Anybody else? Did you guys want?
Yeah,
Well,
actually,
So she went down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
well, when will I find out?
Find out what?
What, if you guys can do this?
Well, I'll talk to that guy and see if they've got, you know, the money to put into that building.
This is my grant money. He would help us with our money.
What money?
The grant money if we get the building.
Yeah.
See, I'm working with the city. on this.
Yeah, I'll talk to him and, you know, we're looking at several $100,000 to fix that.
But what you, and I'm also looking right here in my hand, that I'm just got, that they just looked at 30 grants that we qualify for.
Yeah.
I mean, that's money that this county can use in jobs. You know,
Yeah, we got a problem.
so you do not have a problem with it, so I can go to my people and say, you don't have a problem with it as long as it's legal. Okay, well, I've got to check that, so I appreciate y'all's help. Thank you.
Now can I go?
Yes, I can go.
Okay, yeah, I'm here over drains. I spoke with you, I spoke with Daryl, I live on Milo. Let's see. And let's see. The state, you call Pikeville, I think, or you gave me the number to call Pikeville. I call Pikeville, I call Frankfurt. And whenever the county comes out, they say it's the state. And when the state comes out, they say it's the county.
Well, where's the road at now?
Milo Road.
Mile Road is
Dick Fanning
1884
Lane.
state route.
Yep, across from Dick Fanning Lane.
Right.
It's
It's
44.
the problem is the culvert going under my road itself, the main road itself.
They won't let us work on it. I called, when Jerry Todd was for him, I showed him that, and I talked to him, probably when Brenda talked to him about it, I talked to him probably 6 or 8 different times, you know.
So what's wrong with that?
Well, what it is, it's got a cover across there, but then there's another problem between there and the driveway where Matthew Sweeney lives, because there's nothing keeping that water from coming out of the road, there's no ditch line. The last time they tried to pull the ditch line, I talked to the boys that pulled the ditch line, but they do, when they tried to pull the ditch line, with grader, last year, he ripped a pipe, part of an old pipe that was in there, but what it is, it needs, and I tried to get them to put a graded pipe that would catch the water as it comes off that road, because a lot of water comes off that whole area, right?
Never bit up to come over in our front yard.
It comes in the front yard, but it makes the road icy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have repaired my foundation, I've repaired 4 rooms because of the moisture alone. I've had it sprayed for termites because of moisture underneath.
Contractor told me there was no sense of even trying to replace my kitchen until I took care of the moisture underneath of it. And I can take care of it with all the water coming across on it.
I need
I can put my hand between the bricks in the corner of my house right now with the foundation dropped this far. I got pictures of where I put my hand in between the
And
bricks.
it's also flooded our red building beside, and, you know, it's ruined all that, floors fell through, it comes out the back, and
Got a 20-foot spot where I've already tore up the floor, and then I gotta start on the other end of it where I don't have to tear it up. It's even washed 2 foot underneath the foundation of it. I got pictures of it.
What's the state say? What's the state say? Is that our problem?
Yep.
Who told you that from the state?
whoever, I talked,
You're local in the county, somebody
I
from the
think
state
so,
took it?
because you gave me the number up there, I think maybe Joe, maybe?
Kelly, maybe?
Matt
Joey,
Boyd?
maybe? Yeah, maybe one of them. I don't
He's
know.
our road foreman.
I talked to him,
We've
yeah.
called everybody the last 4 years, and this is the first we got.
So I decided, I was like, well, where to
What's your
go?
name?
Marlena Maynard.
Kelly, maybe you get a hold of, Alyssa's in the name, engineer for the state, who?
Brittany's involved.
Vicky, yeah, maybe you get a hold of who can
Who want
down
him
there.
phone number?
534-3024.
30.
That's your mother's number, Brenda.
What I'll do is, I'll call there's a guy with pipe, his name is Matt Moore. He's kind of like over,
I
there's a
think
Brittany Ball that has our county. Matt's kind of like her boss. I'll have him either give you a call or come over, and they're off the meeting out there and see if they can give us any help.
If they fix that, it'd save county money by just not having to come out there and scrape the gravel off the road.
Whenever you
Every
guys
time it
come
rains,
out,
they gotta come on out and clear the gravel where it comes off that driveway across the road from them.
I've told several times of like, I've called, okay, and then you say, well, I send somebody out. Well, they come and they grade the hill, which is below my house, and if you go below the problem, that's not gonna help it. You gotta go above, you know what I'm saying, where the problem is to fix it, not below it. That's not doing anything for me.
The hill that you're grading, right at the bottom.
They're
is
actually
where
coming
the-
across
the-
between Matthews House and Dick Van Drive.
Right, that's
Right,
where
that's
it's
what
all
the
run
problem
off.
is, right.
But
Yeah,
whenever,
I tried to get them to pull the ditch around through it, but where the green, across the there, when they done that, they would hit a pipe or something there, and he said that,
well,
and then I went and
that's,
talked to Jerry about that when he was still here. And he said he would try to get back over and do something.
okay, what pipe are you talking about that they hit?
Like, there's a pipe in that ditch line above the
Right,
road.
that's covered up.
Yeah, it's covered up, and they're trying to pull a little ditch over through there.
See, the way it actually drained was, you know, there was an actual drain there, Matthew's driveway, and whenever they built that driveway or whatever, they just filled it all up. And then actually had, you know, a drain that went under.
Well, at one
and
time,
then-
they must have put a pipe, it's not Matthew's driveway, it's on out there. It's on out toward the Dick Phantom Bank, like where the bank is there.
Right there by the
That's-
sign.
Right, that's where they,
There
that's
was once a big culvert right
where,
there.
that's where they hit the pipe.
And that goat runs underneath the road over
he's-
towards my house, and it runs underneath the red building on out to the creek.
There's a big
And then
hole
the
out
other
back
stream,
door.
you know, on down by Fatso's, it comes in and, you know, runs in.
Yeah, I know it comes
as
up the
well.
hill and goes down by its back though.
Right, that's how it all was drained at once, you know, and then, you know, now I've got, you know, I don't even know how much, you know, to spend on the house, and then I've still got like 5 more rooms to redo because my
I don't
floors
think
are
it's
starting to
gonna be
blow.
a problem, it's just be big, but like I said, I talked to everybody, I don't think one time, Gilly, I mentioned that to Matt here, but they don't get back. Whatever, what it was, I had some.
You can drive by my house and there's like a foot of black, the dampness from where the water has, you know, stood in
On
the
the bottom
yard,
of our brick.
and, you know, we,
I didn't know that, but I was, you know, I was.
I think part of the problem is that road that goes up beside Dick's there, old store. What it is, all that mud and stuff comes across the road, water comes across the road, it comes, the ditch line that they've got down beside, they really don't have a ditch line. The ditch line's higher than what the road is. That goes up in there, and all the water comes right down the road, it washes, if you all gravel it or grade it, it washes it all across the road. And the pipe that is there is a culvert there, it keeps covering it back up. There's not that much water actually in the state ditch line that's doing it. It's all that coming off the hill. You could probably solve that problem, it's gonna cost you a little bit of money, is blacktop that hill just a little bit up through there and put you a good speed bump like thing there to deter the water, put it on an angle where you throw it over into that culvert, because it's washing all that dirt back across.
That
the road.
culvert's
We had,
been
we
filled up
had
now, I
blacktop,
looked
we
at
put a
it.
great
Culvert, I looked at it.
that's speed bump, and that, it would catch the water. As it coming off.
What he's doing is taking all that mud, every time it rains, it's taking all the mud and gravel right back over there and it stops the drain up. I watched Randy unstop it one day with a backhoe, but it stops it right back up when it rains.
All
and
the stuff coming off the hill.
it
stopped
was
up, yeah.
once done like that, if you remember, it was halfway blacktop, like you're talking up
But
by
if the county could do that part right there on actually their part, then it would alleviate the problem of all the mud washing across the road and all the water coming off that driveway going right over into their building.
the
And then
building.
the state could be responsible for the lower side, keeping, you know,
And the big
That would solve the
culvert,
problem
I
with
didn't
the
know
two
the big
red
culvert went under the building, you know.
Do what now?
Big culvert that goes out in the creek, I didn't know it was there.
Yeah.
That would solve the problem with the two red buildings, but it still wouldn't help the house.
Would help.
No, because you have to
Part
go
you're talking
back.
about,
Well, if we can get Matt to come over,
from
I,
that culvert all the way to Matthew Driveway on the other side of it. where- When it's a small rain, it'll drain through there. But when it's a little bit of rain at all, every bit of it comes over, and there's no ditch line down the roadway like you
well,
were
last
saying.
winter, this place like 50 go along with ice too, you know,
Right.
it was crossing,
and
and
there's
it's
been,
cold enough to freeze.
there's been several wrecks out there because of that ice too.
Yes, sir.
I'm waiting
What
for
really
somebody
needs to
my
be done, like
house.
I said, you need to work that road just a little bit and probably blacktop it up there. I mean, if you blacktop it 25, 30 feet, and then put you a little speed bump like to deflect the water, it would put it right back over into that culvert there.
Yeah, if the culvert, make
It would
sure.
take the county's part away, and then it'd be up to the state to do the rest of it.
If the culvert was still handled, I don't know.
If it's not stopped up, you know what I mean, they
If
would
there's
have
mud
to.
all the way up to the top of the road, I went over receiving, looked at the picture, and there's mud all the way up to the top of
Just
the
feel
road.
like what needs to be done, just get this guy from the state to come over here there, we're gonna look at it and fix it.
Right.
Yeah,
That's the thing, I've been at this for 4 years and nobody has,
I
and
mean,
you know,
you
now
got
I'm
this
having to
array,
replace
you got
floors
backhoes,
and.
you got matties, keys,
I got 4x4 posts on before I had a new roof put on my house that I gotta have there because, to keep my roof level. because my house is dropping, I wanna keep my roof straight so it won't start blowing the leakage too. So I got stilts on the back of the corner of my house to hold my roof up.
Yeah, they had to place, steel stair over there too. It's just ridiculous, all because of,
Like you got a roof over your house?
Yeah, I got a new roof on my house, but it's still dropping the house. So to keep my roof from messing up, the metal roof from messing up, they put stilts on.
and I have pictures, like,
Keep the
there's
weight of
like
it
7
off the
inches
house.
of sand that is washed out from underneath my house from, just these recent rains, these little rains, we haven't really had a downpour here in the last little bit, and it's just ridiculous that it's been
The
this long
question
that I
is,
tried.
are we low of people to do all this work? Because Johnson Bottom, we ain't had work done down in there in years. I had to leave the house.
Johnson Bob, I thought they'd been in there about a week ago.
Yeah, the abandoned mines people, but
We put two pipes,
No.
the county crew put two
who's
pipes in
been
there.
down there?
The county,
County crew, Titus is operating
So
about 2
where's
weeks
y'all
ago.
put a drain pipe at?
From where, your son lives, where the water comes from his driveway, and goes on down to Oscar's place. We put one of the below Oscar's and then one down there at Doug Johnson's too.
That's what we were hoping
What
to
about
accomplish
me?
tonight by coming to the meeting.
It's all come over on me, hit my house is one of the mountains.
Yeah,
And you know that
I
now.
I know, I looked at it and I
I had to
talked,
move out
I
from it.
talked to the Muncie boy that's over that down there, doing the
Scott.
man of mine. I talked to him about it
Yeah,
and he said that they wouldn't let him touch nothing.
of course not.
Below the guardrail.
You know why?
Huh.
The only reason they came out was because that guy got
That's
killed.
what I told him.
Okay, because I called in 2004 and reported all this water coming off. They
said-
came out and walked it, the abandoned mine people, and said there was no mines. Now, how in the heck can mines be there
I
now?
know it, I remember that.
15 mines,
That's what we were hoping to accomplish
and
this
it's pushed
evening
my
by
house
coming
over,
to the
and I had
meeting.
to leave.
Find out who to contact to get something done.
Good luck,
Well,
everything
I
you
just
get.
text Matt Moore, I have his cell phone, and he'll call me in the morning, and, I'll see what day he'll be over here next week, and I'll call Darryl and we can get him out there.
Okay, I appreciate it.
All right, man. Anything else come before court? John, did you get that list fixed for me?
Yeah, hey.
What do you think? How many do we take off, John?
What?
How many in the car do what we use?
There's 2 of them that are junk. One of them is we got in the body shop right now, that newer one that we had, PD's, one that they ran. We're trying to get it rebuilt, so we took 2 of them off. Some of these are drug-seized vehicles. The drug-seized vehicles, and what I'm going to try to do is try to trade some of them to the less.
Oh, do we need to keep insurance on them all?
No, there's, looks like there's at least 2 right here that are junk we don't have. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
make me, just see me in the morning, I'll get them taken off, the insurance company wanted that done.
Okay.
You got something, John?
Yeah, I think we ought to change the meeting from 6 o'clock this winter to 4, because it's dark, it's gonna be snow, we can't get out, and I think we ought to change it. I'm gonna make a motion, we change the meeting from 6 o'clock to 4 o'clock to at least spring.
That's our regular,
Yeah, we
Four,
will,
tonight.
at least till
I'm all
spring.
for that.
You know,
Who's
just till
second that?
spring, because of the weather and
Till
stuff.
4 o'clock?
Yeah, before instead of
Okay.
6, because it's dark at 6, and like you said, when it comes to snow, I mean, you wouldn't have had it.
Yeah.
At 4, we got a chance to see to get to the house.
Got a motion, got a second? Got a second, all in favor?
That starts next month?
Yeah.
State, county, and-
That motion go on executive session,
Motion.
second. All in favor? Come up here and talk to us a minute.
No, you have to talk about, you have to take the action on executive session.
Oh,
That's in the first place.
I need a motion, that the lawsuit filed against us Monday, as agreed order, as long as the signed agreed order be dismissed, motion by Kenny signed agreed order. Motion. Second.
Second.
All in favor? Then to talk to us about, they're gonna be around, the way I see it, around 50 grand. We spend so much money on the maintenance on them, and that come, I know the road fund is in much better shape than most of them, but probably not at the immediate, but probably by our next budget. Do you think we could have enough money and leftover and maybe some in the new budget that we could buy a couple?
We can work with the budget and kind of work toward that trend about how much we're talking about.
What do you think? Well, we need at least a couple.
Yeah. At least 2.
Blades and Tailgate
We're talking about dumps though.
That's right. So, did you ever find out what the bid on the Dodge was?
No,
The Dodge truck?
we'd have to go, if we don't bid them, we'd have to go by state contract, and I'll see, I think Paul Miller has. Chris, did you remember Paul Miller had, when you looked at the sheriff's card, was it Paul Miller had the truck?
got the truck.
On the
I think
Fords,
so.
on Fords, they got state contract
Yeah.
trucks.
About
Would it be better,
2,000.
you know, yeah, probably about 50 grand, too. Would it be better to like go into a lease agreement and budget for a payment?
It probably would be, although I know you hate to enter into another lease of any kind at this point in time.
Oh, yeah, I did.
But it might be better because that looks at like them and stuff, they're fixing to do us.
No,
We'd have to fix it.
Well, we won't buy them off all of it, but
The road fund would be would be most likely to be able to fund something, but let us work towards the next few months. It's budget time and try to look and see what we can reserve for it. So you need two.
yeah, but we're probably talking $100 grand. Motion to approve the cash and appropriation transfer list.
motion.
Second, all in favor? The motion to pay bills.
Motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor? Motion to adjourn. Second,
Second.
all in favor?